Hi guys, I thought we would do a video today on how to build your YouTube art. In particular today I thought we would do our banner. So bear with me just 1 second and we will get started. Okay, so let's get started guys. The first thing we're going to do, I did try PicMonkey, but for me, in the end, I had to pay for PicMonkey, and that just wasn't going to work for me. I didn't have the money to start it with, and after the 7-day free trial, which it does offer, so I just decided to opt out of that program entirely, although I love it. It's super easy to use, and I made a really nice banner with it, but I made the same banner in another program, as you can see on my site right now. So what we're going to do, the one that I used was paint.net, and it was a free program when I downloaded it. It's been, oh my goodness, it's been years since I went to download this program, but it's been on my computer, and that's how I edit all my video or all my photos with. And right now I can't currently edit videos, and I do apologize for that, but it is coming soon, my camera, so hopefully within the next week or two I will be having really good videos up. I made everything from my thumbnails, which you might have seen on my past couple videos, as well as my banner and my end screen art, which I cannot use yet because I cannot actually edit my video. But that's okay, I'm working with what I got. So I'm getting videos out, and hopefully they're getting better. Trying not to make you seasick, but yeah. So let's get started with the process. The first thing you're going to do after you get paint.net, this is a program that can take a little bit of time to learn, and it is time consuming. It's not quite as easy as PicMonkey, but once you get to know this program, you can pretty much zoom through this. You can make a banner in, assuming your computer's not running like a slow turtle, then you should be able to make a banner or whatever clip art you need for in about, I don't know, 10-15 minutes. So yeah, it is now 3:04 in the program, so, or in the video, so let's see where we're at when we're ending. So the dimensions for this, here, let's see if you can see this. The dimensions for the banner, the overall dimensions, are 2560 by 1440. So hit OK. It's going to bring a new one up. And so that we could see what we're working with, let's go ahead and minimize it down to where we can actually see the full square. Okay. Now what we're going to do is go to Yahoo, Google, wherever, and type in, let's go for a background. You want something big. That way when you go to paste it, it's going to not be so pixelated in the end. You don't want a grainy banner. You want something nice and crisp. Okay? Now we're just going to scroll through these and find the one you want. The one I'm going to use is going to be from a picture that I've already saved. So just when you find it, you right click on it and just copy. And then go back to your paint.net. Up here in the top, bar, there is a little clipboard with a piece of paper on it, and if you hover over it, it says paste. So now we're going to paste our picture. You can see it doesn't cover the full amount. That's okay. We're just going to drag it and drop it where we want it. Okay. Now we're going to add another layer. The key to this program I have found is adding layers. You can mess anything you want to up and still go back and fix it as long as you have all these layers, okay? So after we've added the new layer, we're going to go back to YouTube, and we want to get this picture. When you click on your banner, there's going to be an edit banner. When you do that, you want to click on the how to edit a banner. This page right here is going to come up. So when it comes up, you're going to scroll down, you're going to go to image size and file guidelines. And then we're just going to right click on this image, copy it, and then go back. On this new layer, make sure it's on the new layer, you're going to hit the paste. Then we're just going to stretch it out. And then we're going to come up here and add one more layer. This layer is not going to stay. The one we just posted is not going to stay. The new layer above it will. Now we needed that because we need to see where we're going to put our wording or artwork or whatever it is that we want to put on our banner so that it's going to show up. Okay? Hold that thought. Okay. Alright, maybe you could see that a little better now. Okay, so now what we're going to do is use our tools over here on the side. Grab the triangle. We're going to leave this triangle white for now. And just pull it across that middle black square. Okay? Leave that there. You're going to come back over here to the layer 2 and hit your little red X button to delete the layer. We're going to work inside of this screen right here. If you don't like working with that, if that's too bright for you and you can't see what you're doing, put that previous layer back for now. Just make sure you delete this layer by the end of the project. Okay? If you don't want to work it and you don't want to delete it right now, you can hit the little check mark on the side and that does away with it. It's still there, but it does away with it for the moment so that you can see where everything's leveling out at. Okay, now we're going to go and add a new layer. In this layer, we're going to add the text. Alright, you can't see it because my layer went below. So we're going to move this layer that's highlighted up and up. Okay, I just deleted all that because it wasn't working right. Alright, so just move your layer up to the top. Make sure your new layer is always on the top. Okay, so now we're going to type. You're going to move it. You're going to size it up here at the top. And you're going to change your font to whatever it is that you want. Yeah, I like it. And we can change the color. Okay? Now, the only way I have found to work with this, it's a little more in-depth and you got to do a little bit more, but the end product looks really good. You put 2 sets of text. Pick 2 colors so you have a highlight and a low light. And in this case, I'm going to move this one behind because I want the burgundy to pop. I know it looks a little messy right now, but you'll see it with the background here in a few minutes, and you'll like it, I promise. So every time you do something, just make sure you add a new layer, okay? On this new layer, make sure it's up at the top, and then we're going to add text again and say what our channel is about. We're going to move it where we want it, and then we are going to size it down to where it fits in our screen. Now remember, we don't want this gray spot here, so we don't want anything in that gray spot. The light gray spot, I should say. If a size isn't coming up that you want, type it in. And we'll call that good. So now we're going to add another layer and do the same thing. Change color. I like it. It looks good. Okay. So then we're going to go and add another layer. In my case, I wanted to add the subscribe button. So I've already saved it, but you'll do that the same way. You'll go to Yahoo, and you can either just copy it from Yahoo, or you could save it to your computer to use later, whichever you want to do. Now we're going, since we got a new layer, paste. And then over here on the tools, we're going to hit the little wand, and you can see the whole screen right there turn blue, but we only want to get the background. So make sure you hit on the background, and then the scissors up here in the top bar. Make sure you hit your pointer before you touch it again. And that pointer, you'll be able to move things. So you can size it, make sure it's different sized, whatever you want. Place it where you want it. If you want it behind your text, you just hit your layer button until it goes behind all the text that you want it behind, so that the text is laying on top of it. Just like that. That looks good to me. So in order to see it, we're going to deselect that gray background. Come up here and hit your little box with an X on the top to deselect. Looks good. All right, layer 3 is our box. So we want to get rid of that box. And that is your end product. Okay. Now highlight box 3 and erase it, because we don't want to keep something in our box, in our finished product, that we do not need. It's going to take up extra memory. And select the 2, which is that black background, and get rid of it. Now we're going to go up to our very top layer, and then we're going to merge layers down. All these layers have to come down to just one layer. Okay, now that you got one layer, you're going to go up to the file and hit Save As. You're going to select where you want to save it, change the PNG over to a JPEG, and then name it whatever you want to name it. Then you're going to go back to your box. You're going to select in the right hand corner. There we go. In the right hand corner, you're going to select the little pencil so that you can edit your art channel. Or channel art, rather. And then you're going to select a photo from your computer. That photo you just saved, you're going to scroll down until you find it. Select it, and then hit open. Once it uploads, it'll show you how it's going to look on all the TV or the cell phone or your computer. That way you can see if you need to move it, if it's the right size, if you put everything where you wanted it. And it's going to show your art the way you wanted it to be to the world. If it's how you want it, you will just hit, I think it's save. We'll see here in a second. Okay. So on this screen is going to show you how everything's going to look on those screens. It's going to ask you if you want to adjust the crop. And I think it looks really good the way it is. And then it's going to say select. So we're going to go down and select. Once that's done, you will have your new banner. And your art will be live. Okay guys, I hope this video helped. If you have any questions, please leave them in the box below, the comment box. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye guys.